supposed to look compared to what they want you to believe how he's supposed to look.
That's right.
That's it. And our real quick, if I may add, our depiction is backed up by the scriptures. When you read in Revelations, the first chapter, and in Daniel's, it gives you a clear depiction of how the Heavenly Father would look and his only begotten Son would look. And contrary to your belief, the scriptures is true, and this is false according to the scriptures, man. That's why we have this picture out here, because this is a diablos, man. This is a devil. This is a deceiver, man. All right, and this is contrary to the scriptures. So that's why we come out here and we put the picture up so they can give you. Yeah, so we give you a clear depiction according to the scriptures, because this image has corrupted millions of people's minds, man. All right, but when you see this is why the scriptures say, then shall this gospel be preached across the four corners of the earth, and then shall the end come, man. All right, now that you're hearing this gospel across the four corners of the earth, you're gonna know, you have a surety that when this man come back, you heard his word, man. All right, you heard his word. How? Because of the man that was out there giving their life, all right, for this truth. All right,
it is.
So this is a clear depiction of why we bring this out, man. All right,
because when idols and strongholds.
Right, because when you exactly 2 Corinthians, because when you go into the scriptures, this is how he would look if you read it. That's why scripture say, "Blessed is he that read it." A lot of people come up here and be like, "Y'all got Jesus on the floor." They look at the image rather than the scriptures, man.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
they'll look at the horns, the fourth tongue. But bring that out real quick, right?
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. And lay open the book of the law, which is the Bible. And on the side note it says, for the which the heathen had made diligent search, that they might paint therein the likeness of their idols.
Yeah, that's called iconoclasm, man. They whitewashed it, man. they started painting the images after them, the biblical images. They started painting like themselves, man. And that goes back. And so what? So people could falsely, follow after these false gods. It's right here.
It's two of them. Yeah.
So but what? They did the same thing, and just like we were talking earlier about the different captivities, and they would change the name, and they would change what they look like too. Like Semiramis didn't look the same as Isis, and when they were worshiping Diana, it wasn't looking like Semiramis, man. So they would just keep changing the images, man. And then they did it with the scriptures, man. They try to say, oh look, the Most High is a pale devil, he's a so-called white man. His son got long stringy hair, blue eyes. At least he got a beard, but that's they're painting the image after themselves, man. Right. And they did that throughout all of Europe. They whitewashed everything. All right. Now they continue to do it with these movies. The Bible series shows. Everybody's a white man, but then you sit there and ask them, and they're like, well, he's Middle Eastern. I don't know where he wasn't a white. What was he? Was he? Yeah. What was he? How can he be from a direction, And then they'll say, well, he was Mediterranean, he was olive colored. But wait a minute. So who is this guy, man?
Exactly.
He's not Mediterranean. He's not, yeah.
And what it says at the top, do you recognize this criminal?
Yeah.
This is an actual crime. So this goes contrary to the scripture. Make no graven images.
And you know what this is? The crime? It's identity theft, man. This is a fake ID, man.
Yeah.
This is a fake ID, man. And you know what the crime is? You can't do the crime, don't do the time. Or you can't do the time, don't do the crime, man.
Yeah, it is.
But Esau did the crime, but they don't want to take the time when we tell them Revelation 13:9.
That's like you go. It's like you go to in front of the judge. In the jury, they tell you, okay, well, you gotta serve 1,000 years. Give you 3,000 years. They do that to Jay. You gotta serve 2,000 years.
Selling crack.
Yeah. But wait a minute. That's like you going up to them and be like, nah, that ain't right, man. Nah, you tripping, man. That's not right, man. I don't believe that. Well, it doesn't matter what you believe. Look at the facts, man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then they're the ones that push all these idols out. They're the ones that make Jake, take hold of that shit, man. But our people just run with it, man, because they're a wicked generation, man. Our people love committing adultery, especially the Northern Kingdom, man.
They're destroyed. They're destroyed. Yeah. Esau done destroyed them.
Yeah. Okay, Con. Yeah. Let this brother bring that out.
This is Hosea 4, verse 16. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer.
Yep.
Now the Lord will feed thee as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone.
Yeah, man. It's Ephraim, meaning the Northern Kingdom, man. They're the heaviest one into these idols, man. I don't care what tribe it is. I guarantee you go into your grandma's house all right, or one of these Latino tribes, man, they're gonna have some kind of idol, a little picture of Cesare. Man, my grandma got a whole shrine, man, glass locked and everything, man.
And his grandmother Simeon, man. And he
So she has that.
tell me how it's all.
Yeah. She don't know what the hell she's doing.
And then they got the candles with Cesare's face on it, man.
Yeah, praying. She got a seat right there to pray.
Yep. Hey, man, that goes to show you who the Northern Kingdom is, man. Mainly the Latinos, man, and the natives that were on this side. Just straight idolaters, man, backsliding. Like, and then you tell them, and then they get offended at this truth, man.
Ephraim is joined to idols, let him alone. Their drink is sour. They have committed whoredom continually.
Yeah, the spiritual fornication, man. Being a whore, man. Playing the harlot. All right, going after all these different guys, man. One day, they might be into Cesare, and then next day they into Guadalupe. And then who knows what else, man. They got
That's it.
they got all kinds of gods that these people be worshiping, man. Especially Simeon be heavy into that voodoo too, man. That witchcraft. But that's all these gods, man, because they'll pray to, I don't know what the hell they pray to, but they pray to a deity, man.
Mexico too, the Israelites, they into that.
They
worship
love
the
Guadalupe,
dead.
man.
Yeah.
And that's where when I mentioned earlier about they make the little sanctuary.
Yep.
It was Ishkar, my aunt's husband. I watched this man build this thing. I'm just sitting back there. This is like when I first came into it, like a month or two after. I'm just sitting there, just observing him like, this dude's an idiot, man. Building a whole little sanctuary for a statue of Guadalupe. I'm like, damn, it was Christmas time. I'm like, what about the Messiah, man? He's like, oh, this is the Guadalupe. I said, man, this guy's off. It would have been a waste of time to tell him anything.
No argument.
In Luke the 6th chapter also, where it says they roar and cry unto their gods as one at the feast unto a man that is dead. Rough paraphrase. They cry unto these idols that have no life on them.
And that's why this go all the way back to what we were talking about earlier. Weeping for Tammuz.
Whooping and hollering. Yeah.
Weeping for Tammuz.
Are people going back to these false idols, man? That have no power, man.
Yeah, and that's the main ones, man. Semiramis, and Tammuz, man, because they worshiping it today again. Heavy, man. Now it's just it's a pale. Now it went from a dark skin to Semiramis and Tammuz. Now it's the opposite.
Edomite.
And they still worshiping it, man.
Before we go off, you said what about the Messiah, right? All right. You say what deity you say she's worshiping?
Oh, Guadalupe.
Or the Virgin Mary or something like that.
This is Luke 11 verse 27. And it came to pass as he spake these things. A certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, "You welcome. Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked."
And the northern tribes heavy on that. Even my grandma said that one time. She was like, "What about his mother?" I was like,
get mad.
Yeah. The scripture don't say nothing about praising Mary, man. Yeah. She just gave birth to Yahushua and ministered unto him and the disciples, man.
Good job.
He even had to check her, Right, hey, your mother and your brother, they stand outside. He said, hey, who is my brother?
I'm not really worried about that. They can stay there if they want.
Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and that paps which thou hast sucked.
See, that's that Queen of Heaven worship, which is another name for Semiramis, man. The Queen of Heaven.
It present during that time.
Yep.
They're trying to give glory to it, right there.
The Queen of Heaven. That's where you get Mother's Day and your birthday and all that same.
Yeah, Mother's Day. Yo, you said it. That's another one.
That's the worship of the woman, which is complete. That's Queen of Worship Heaven, man. And that goes back to Semiramis because she was considered the Queen of Heaven at that time, man.
And also that goes right back to the spirit that a lot of these men are in today. Because the elder Apostle Gabor had to do a video about how men saying that women will be a part of 144,000. That's that Queen of Heaven spirit, man. It tells you 12,000 men out of each tribe in Revelation the 7th chapter, man. Yeah. That same spirit's here today.
Exactly.
That simp. That's really, Jay like to say, oh, he's a simp. What's it stand for? Stupid individual. Pretty much somebody that's bound down to a woman.
Yeah, you brought it out.
That's what it is. He's worshiping the Queen of Heaven. And then that's what that black community, unconscious community is about. The black woman is God. Well, that's nothing more than
Egypt shit again.
That's they worshiping ISIS, man. That's what it is.
Shit, yeah.
I got something real quick.
I got to finish.
Yeah.
It says, blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked. Now Yahushua said, but he said, yea, Rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Most High and keep it.
Yeah, man. He said they're trying to big up his
Fuck outta
mom. They're trying to big up Mary, and he said, man, blessed are they that hear the words. You know,
Of the Father.
yeah, the Father, man. Not there ain't no you know. They like to say, oh, these bug outs. They'll say, oh, the Most High, he's androgynous. He's man and woman. That's
He's light,
That's you just trying to put the woman on a pedestal, man.
That's Isaiah the 3rd chapter. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors and women rule over them. You know, so
And they love it so, man.
They love that shit.
They love our people love to be simps, man. Because what? It goes all the way back to this worshiping ceramics and Tammuz, man. Because what? When you see the modern day ceramics and Tammuz, it's the Mary Virgin Mary holding little Cesare. And but what? She or in the other picture, she got him under her feet, you know.
Right.
So it goes to show you who's running shit.
And you got a manger, Mary in a manger, and Jesus and all that shit. Yeah.
Yep.
You got your thing?
Yeah, kind. This is Jeremiah. So like I went off a bit. Jeremiah chapter 8. Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire.
Yep.
And the women knit their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
So what? They were offering these things unto these guys, man. Hey, they're sending your kid out there. That's like dad. They gonna send him out to go get the eggs, man. Before they were sending him out to go get the wood.
Drop the cheese down.
Making a birthday cake right now. You need the dough for making these cakes. That's why you blow out your candles on a damn birthday cake, man. You making a wish to the Queen of Heaven, man. So she don't come and take your damn children.
And that goes back. You know how we can prove that? Because during that time, Semiramis, she said that Nimrod, anytime you seen a light, a candle, or a lamp, then that would be symbolic of him. And look, then now you gotta go make a wish, blow the candles out, and then eat the cake, the dough. You know?
The dude that invented the Church of Satan, Austin Levy, he said the birthday is the highest satanic holiday in all their holy holidays in the calendar. Said the
That's
birthday.
self-worshiping, man.
Yeah, that's exactly. Lovers of
That's a-
themselves.
lovers of themselves.
He
Yeah.
said as a Satanist, the highest holiday is your own birth.
Job's sons had to be destroyed because of that.
And what happens when they, you know, especially these women, they go be some complete freaks on their birthdays, man. I just turned 18, just turned 21, and she don't even remember the day, man. She just wake up on her back, butt ass naked.
And then in Job in the 3rd chapter, he was talking about, man, the hell, cursed that was when I came out the womb.
Yeah, but cursed be the day I come out the womb. He said he wished he could have been a stillborn, pretty much, man.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, so many words.
Right.
Right.
I'll start from the top. Okay. Jeremiah 7 and 18. The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and women knit their dough.
Yeah, women there, they're doing like the brother was saying, cakes. And another way you can look at it too is the women in the kitchen cooking the food for the feast, man. For the offering, the Thanksgiving, all right, the Easter dinner.
Hate and despise your feast days.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
already brought that out, yeah.
Did you finish it though?
No.
All right, we'll bring it out next. Yeah.
It says to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
Hey, hold on.
Come.
Oh, no, I'm over here. I was over talking with the brother Mayama. He said something so beautiful. He said, through the woman we all die. So why would we want to follow after an idol that's an actual woman?
Yep.
So
That's
the
the worst.
scripture also said that a woman's the weaker vessel as well. Understand that she's a helpmate. So you here to help me, all right? So another way, you here to aid me. So when you're thinking about the strength of a woman, the strength of a woman is emotional. You can't rule a kingdom or overtake another kingdom with emotions. You have to come with something that's rational. But women don't deal with rationality. Just like it's not rational to be worshiping Easter. There's nowhere in the Bible where it says you think about eggs or bunnies, but people still follow that same doctrine. That's ludicrous because women bring confusion, man.
Yeah, look at the example of Israel. When they had a queen, she ended up killing her sons, man, so she could be in charge the whole time. That's what a woman would do. That's where their mind's at. And they do the same thing today. Kill their kids, leave them in trash cans, abort them in the toilet.
Abort them in the toilet, right? And that one woman, she was bugging out. She was crying because they took away abortion.
Yep.
She was like, "What if I don't want a baby?" But hold on, you out here sleeping around with a whole bunch of men, fornicating. So you upset because you can't be a whore anymore because if you get impregnated, you can't date that baby out unless you got you a wire hanger. That's a beautiful
Kind of like they say, the woman that is the beginning of sin, through her we all die.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah. Hey, from garments come moth, and from the women come wickedness, man. That's what the scriptures say.
And the scripture, she will open her quiver to every arrow, man.
Open her mouth like a thirsty traveler, man.
So a whore is in the scriptures, man. All right.
Arrows to every quiver.
Shameless woman shall be counted as a dog.
That's right. What's a female dog? A bitch, man.
Yep.
All right.
That's what the scriptures say.
And that's why the scriptures say, although we be rude in speech, yeah, you might hear us talk foul, but through the spirit,
you're not in knowledge.
we got knowledge, man. Proverbs 1:7, the fear of the Lord. A lot of you people don't fear the Lord.
Yeah, that's why they worship women.
And we're going into that right now. If I may add real quick.
Which is that's what Easter is, the worship of women. A woman.
It's true.
In Tammuz, yeah.
And the scriptures say a woman shall compass a man. So we live in a society where Jake actually, what Jake say? God, the woman is my God. You know?
Who likes
That's what the black unculturedness movement says.
Right. And what that song that just came out by this little white chick. She say, God is a woman.
Ariana Grande.
Right.
Ariana
So what?
Grande.
God, so going back to the scriptures, a woman shall surpass a man. Why do a lot of men wear the clothes that they wear? Dress the way? Exactly, man.
What happens?